Hi, everyone. I'm Chris, and I'm in Utah, and great to have everyone on here. Really appreciate your attention and taking your time out to be with us this morning. Um, I better just talk really fast because we have so much exciting things to talk about, and we have been talking a lot about mind and mood and less stress uh, for. Uh, for the emotions, for those feelings that we have to deal with. But what is so amazing is that it's connected to so many other things. I mean, our exercise and our sleep and our food, and they all play a part together. But what's so important is that we do have these amazing tools. And I was thinking this morning as I got up, Saturdays are a little bit different. And we do this workshop every third Saturday. So if you could just kind of put that on your schedule, I believe our next one is going to be the 18th of the month in September. And we're going to be talking about boosting the immune system. But right now, we're going to focus on mood management and, I think about the habits that I have when I get up. First thing when I get up, I take two yarrow palm capsules. If you have yarrow either with the oil, I love that. And there's reasons that I do that. But okay, it's really hard for me to focus because I have been looking I'm really excited about visuals and learning about the oils. So I've been learning and learning about them for the past 11 years and using them. And even when I started, someone gave me a box of oils, if you can imagine, and a book. And I'm like, what do I do with this? And maybe you felt the same way, but there are so many solutions and helps and everything that supports us with these natural plants that are in an essential oil form is such a simple little bottle that we have to remember to take the lid off and use them as a habit. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. And we can also learn uh, and teach ourselves. And one of the reasons for this community and group is to be able to support each other and say, hey, I use this and it worked for this. That's amazing. That's what I really, really love and like to do. And just before we started, Signe said, oh, I'm going to take my Motivate, which is an emotional blend, and I'm going to put it behind my ears because, I need this. And so the application and what they're for just gets me so excited. And I know that you probably feel the same way, or you wouldn't be here on a Saturday morning or evening in on the other side of the world. But um, so I'm going to share a little bit that I did a little PowerPoint this morning and tried to kind of update what we've been talking about because these things are so important, especially right now. We need this support of returning to calm, having a place to go. And that's why we've been asking these questions and trying to get the interaction is so that we can support each other. So let's see, just need to figure out. Okay, there we go. So one of the reasons that the oils are so effective is because they go immediately through our blood-brain barrier. And that's super exciting because it does affect our mood and our emotions. Because this little place here called the amygdala is where this gland is where they are stored. And, you can see just inhaling something. And, we kind of also learn some people are really sensitive to smells. So you might start out here when you smell something or just hold the bottle under your nose. And then some of us, are like, it's like right here and that works for us, but just kind of be sensitive with people when you're teaching them about that because every person is different. And this is why um, the essential oils are so powerful is because they hit these nerves in our nasal cavity, and then they combined with these our receptor sites, and then these essential oil molecules, because they're fat soluble, actually can, get right into the cell. And they're so minuscule that they, get in every cell within a matter of minutes. So they can affect our endorphins and our neurotransmitters and uplift us and actually change our mood. So it's important. To me, I learned this morning as I was reading and being so excited about everything, is that knowledge with experience and use brings the epitome of what we're trying to achieve. And anyway, okay, so this is a chart that you can get there. Like if you were to, look and these are actually different essential oils. That this is 6 oils that are for aromatherapy mainly. They also come in a touch form, and maybe you've used some of these. 2 of the ones that are the most popular that were in a study is cheer and also forgive, and they can be used topically, aromatically, and this one piece, these little signs that you can see on here give you a clue of how they are to be used. Neat, topically, like this would be neat, and that means that you don't need to dilute it. But these others that have a S on it, they can be sensitive. I know the passion has some of these spices in it. It might have clove, so your skin might be a little bit sensitive. But if you get the touch, then they're combined with the essential oil. So these are amazing. You can get them all in a kit, or you can order them individually, but they each have their purpose. And you, like I said, you need to have experience with them. We also have kind of 4 original emotional oils that are still around, that are kind of our foundation. And the serenity, citrus bliss, balance, and elevation. I mean, they are all my favorite. Uh, one of the things is I just get so excited about these, and I mean, I almost need to apologize because I just love them all. But I find I create habits with certain ones, and anyway, just going to continue to share with this. So the vetiver is one that I love. It's a super thick oil. It takes about 10-20 seconds to get it out of the bottle. You might even want to hold it in your hand because it's very thick. And learning about how these roots go down, and they help the soil, and then that's how they make the vetiver. It comes from Haiti. It's calming, and I think I might need some like right now because I need to just chill. So it improves the brain function for focus and alertness. It relieves anxiety. It rebalances our breathing pattern. This is a wonderful oil, but I would say this is my tip, that I don't like the smell from the bottle. Okay. So, and this is with some other oils too. I put it on my skin, and you have to kind of learn what works for you. And as I put it on my skin, it kind of makes friends with my skin and with my nose. And, it's wonderful the way that it works in the body. Now, I use this on my feet. It's really good for calming the thoughts. And sometimes I need that at night. So I'll get up, if I can't sleep, and I'll put that on my big toe or all over my foot. And it's just very, very calming. My son uses it on his 5 boys, and they say, "No, Dad, not the vetiver. We don't want to go to sleep." And it's just really an amazing oil, and it's also good for depression. But I can take a little bit from the top of the bottle and just put it right there on my nose. Now, I can't do that with every oil, but That's a relationship that I have with vetiver. So I just, had an experience about it this month, and couldn't go to sleep, put it all over my feet, took to Copaiba, which we'll be talking about a little bit, and totally went back to sleep. Now, another area that we'll be talking more about, because I know some of you are more expert in this area. I know enough that I know that my feet are a good place to put oils. And anyway, reflexology is amazing, and we'll be talking more about that. But I did mention Copaiba because it's just such an amazing oil. And I learned from Signe that you can just put a drop on the top of your hand and lick it. You can put it under your tongue. You can make capsules. It's a very, very body friendly essential oil. I do have capsules. This is from doTERRA. They have an amazing staff of scientists, and I'm getting more and more information, and I do get excited about the science. I can't totally explain it all, but it kind of gives me that base confidence to know what the oils really actually do scientifically, and that gives me comfort. So I know that some people are so much more interested and understand the science of it, but the Copaiba, it comes from Brazil. The body systems it affects are cardiovascular, digestive, immune, which we all need, nervous, respiratory, and it's also very skin friendly. So if I have scratching or itching or something that bothers me, the first thing I would use would be the Copaiba. And it soothes the nervous system, helps to calm us. It's just amazing. So we're just touching on a few of these. One that we've talked about this month that we call it the queen of oils is lavender. And you notice that doTERRA, I mean, it is a huge company. It actually has about 70% of the essential oil market. And all these other companies that have popped up and, oh yeah, we sell it. Oh, now you can find it in the dime store and at Walmart and, all these places. Well, you get what you pay for. And doTERRA is so particular about what they use and getting third party testing and have it, their science team, everything about it. You will get better results with the pure, potent oils of doTERRA, and their medicinal grade. They raise the grade and put a bar for themselves called certified pure therapeutic grade. And so you'll notice, okay, so they're going to draw the attention of, in America, it's the FDA or, those companies that test and want to make sure because it's not regulated. So doTERRA is regulating themselves, but they're still really watched. And so they use what's called compliant language. So they say may support the relaxation of muscles, promote, there's certain terminology, but we know by experience that they work. And especially lavender, it is great for skin irritations, for burns. You can take it internally. It reduces anxious feelings, promotes peaceful sleep. You can use it on the bottom of your feet, the back of your neck, your pulse points. So I'm probably taking too much time, but I discovered some of these charts this morning and I'm very visual. I love to look at color and information all in one. And this is what this is. This is great. And these are so many of my favorite citrus oils. And they fall into different groups, as you know, if you've used essential oils like the floral and the woods and the resin. So, we'll get to all of them. But in particular, wild orange is one that we've talked about. And it's sourced from Greece. It supports digestion. And it has a very sweet aroma. Okay, that's green mandarin. It's sourced from Brazil, and it's another great one. And it's actually the only one that isn't photosensitive. That means if you put it on your skin and go out in the sun, you won't have a reaction with it. But all other citrus oils, you can use them at night, you can use them anywhere if you're not out, laying in the sun and tanning and putting something on your chest. With the citrus oil, you don't want to do that because you will have a chemical reaction. But I mean, just make friends with them in the diffuser, and I drink them. They're amazing. Okay, so wild orange we've talked a lot about, and it's because it's a very inexpensive oil. I think it's US, it's $10-11. But here's the science: the limonene and the myrcene, which I don't, I mean, I've heard that, but it has a lot of limonene in it. And what limonene does is it supports our digestive health and reduces inflammation, and it helps us to calm down and to have. It helps with acid reflux. It's mood uplifting. So I mean, it's something that you can use every day, and it's also good for cleaning. It cleans. It's great for cleaning. So it cleans your system. It detoxes. Okay, then another one, and I might have Signe chime in about this because I know that she uses it a lot. And what's so interesting to me is that it has a lot of the ones that we've talked about in it, in this blend. But the scientists have put this together, this amazing, amazing essential oil. And it has the wild orange, the lavender, and the copaiba. And you can see all the different things that it does. That, relaxation for lavender, and wild orange is uplifting. And then you combine it with rosemary, which is used for aromatherapy because it's energizing. And then you have spearmint, which promotes a focused environment. So in our environment, we need to, calm down and, not have so many distractions and hear so many voices. We need to be centered. And the neroli carries a calm, uplifting scent. And then the copaiba soothes our anxious feeling and our nerves. So you put this all together, and it is the perfect, we can't call it the perfect storm. It's the perfect calming of the storm. So this is more the science about it, which, that's a foundation that gives me confidence in using it. I don't know the time. I think I've talked too long. Okay, elements of balance.
Please, you're okay. It's okay.
I just have to have you tell just a little bit about adaptive. Please share.
Oh, it's my favorite. You can't say one favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorites. I, without exaggerating, it completely changed my life. I'm sort of a very sensitive person, and this really helps me to adapt to new situations. So I feel like in my life, I'm, a single mom, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm all these sorts of hats. And every time I need to do something else, it can be, okay, I'm on the phone, really strategic, using my brain. And then I know, okay, my phone is ringing and I need to jump on my bike to go out and get my child. So that's sort of to change everything from being strategic and logical to calming myself down and be loving, centered in my heart. It really just helps me not to get too overwhelmed, because then, okay, we come back home, need to get my kid in her room, started doing her homework or whatever, and I'll get back to work and then back with that hat. So I use it mostly every night in my diffuser, just diffuse it for 4 hours when I fall asleep so that I get that aromatherapy while I sleep. Yeah.
So I'm so grateful. How do you use it topically?
I basically use it mostly in my diffuser. I'll just put it on. I also have the, the touch. It comes in a touch bottle as well. So when I, for instance, stand and wait at the gate to pick up my daughter at her school, I have my purse with all sorts of touches in it. and I always just apply them. I have maybe 2 or 3 minutes for myself, and that's a sacred moment for me to do aromatherapy. And I also put it on my hands, because then when I meet my child, I'll just give her a hug and, touch her a little bit in the neck and make her smell my hand, for her to start calming down, because it's so full on in school all day. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Great. I appreciate you sharing that.
So let's see your slides, Chris. Don't worry about the time. It's okay.
Okay. So, I mean, if you want to learn the terminology of science, the linalool possesses cleansing properties when applied topically. When diffused, it helps promote feelings of calm and relaxation. So that's linalool. Then limonene shows that when it's inhaled, it has uplifting effects, and that's in the wild orange. Beta caryopropylene is great for the skin, and that's it. Whoops. I just got too excited. Okay, carvone has shown inflammatory activities may help support the skin health. Okay, so you just have to try it. And I've actually heard of people rolling with the roller that has the fractionated coconut oil in it, the touch right here between the nose and the mouth, so you can really smell it. But if you're super sensitive, again, that's something that you have to determine. Okay, so with the balance, this is just like the perfect blend here. It's a grounding oil. You use it first when you're layering with oils, because it oxygenates the skin. And there is an old YouTube video that Dr. Hill did where they actually took blood from the foot and showed that all the cells were stuck together. And then they used the balance. And you can also do it like on your wrist. And anyway, it just makes your blood vessels kind of perk up, because the cells in the second they took blood the second time and the cells were all separated. So it's amazing for that. It's good for discs. You can put it on your back and your neck for disc health. It's good for like that brain fog when you're waking up, but it's also good emotionally. And you can see the combination of the essential oils that are so amazing. And then you also have the Serenity. This is a combination that is amazing. And this is just a little bit more that I found out about it, which, is a whole lot of information. Sometimes, seeing that is exciting. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But the most important thing is experiencing things yourself. And I know that some of you have tried the Serenity and the balance together, and they are amazing to help to calm you. I mean, sleep is so important, or finding a time to be balanced and kind of tune into yourself is really important. So I just wanted to remind you, if you're new, to please get back with the person who invited you. We do a wellness Wednesday, and you're welcome to join us in one of our groups for that. And just appreciate you being on so much. Signe, is there anything you wanted to add with this group before we
No, I think
stop the recording?
Let's stop the recording. Then we can say we meet again 18th of September. So that's our next meeting. But
Okay.
then we'll end the recording, and then we'll start answering questions and share privately.
Perfect. Okay, thank you for being on. Appreciate your attention.